Hi, this is Joy with Obsessed with Scrapbooking, and today we're making this quick yet elegant sympathy card. I used two Cricut cartridges. The first one is this Phrases Cricut cartridge, and I'm trying to make it go a little bit slower so you guys have time to write down the sizing. I had a viewer ask me to go a little bit slower on the sizing, so just FYI. And the second cut is from the Artfully scent Cricut cartridge. And I love, love, love this cartridge. I made some cards this week from it, so you'll be seeing some more, but very, very versatile. So let's get started. This is a nice fast card, which is always good. I like it when that happens. And basically, I end up using all the pieces that I cut out, because you'll see I use those butterflies also. First thing I'm going to do is score at 4 1/4 using my score pal, and just go ahead and fold that down. And the next thing, I'm going to layer up my Sympathy word art, which was cut from the Phrases Cricut cartridge. And what I like to do with this is I always use my tweezer bee tweezers because they stay shut and they hold on to that well. And then I've got some liquid glass from close to my heart here that I'm just going to use to glue it down. I like to use glue on things like this because it gives me a minute. Obviously, it's almost impossible to do any other way, but it also gives me some time to wiggle it into place should I not have put it in properly. So I'm just going to use the liquid glass there and put that together. The tweezers are so helpful too with these little skinny bits and stuff. So I always like to have them, especially with things like that. Now you'll notice that on this, it's a little bit offset. It is supposed to be like that. I lined up the width, you can see on the top perfectly, and so you can tell that the Sympathy is supposed to be offset somewhat. Now what's funny is I had to go find on one of my Cricut mats the little dot that goes for the eye, and I was so proud of myself I didn't lose that. So, I don't know if you guys ever lose that, but I frighteningly lose that often. So not sure if you do, but I do often. So anyway, I'm just going to get this glued down now very simply and press it real good. And then the next step, I'm just going to pop that up a little bit just to give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to get some pop dots out. And I start putting them on, and then I went ahead and cut this down and whatnot because it's really boring to watch me put all these pop dots on. I put many. So yeah, so now we fast forward, and now I'm pulling off the little back pieces. So I know your time is important, so I like to cut out those activities which take a long, they don't really take a long time, but they're really boring to watch, so try to cut that. Now I've got some close to my heart shimmer trim here, and I love that, and it's basically like glitter tape, and it's thick. It's a nice material. Now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get that backing that's clear plastic, and I use my tweezer bees because they have a real stabby end to them. I use those to pull that off. Really, I should try to keep that pulled off all the time, but I don't always seem to be too good with that. And I'm just going to create a little dovetail end to it so that it just gives a little bit of interest. I thought I needed something up in that upper right corner to kind of, just a little interest, like I said. Alrighty, next I just have to put the backing on. Now I have two pieces of white, and I'm trying to make sure I put the right one. Actually, I think they're both the same size. I was thinking of a different card I had, which you'll see later in the week where they're different sizes. Sorry about that. I made like 4 or 5 videos today, so they're kind of running all together. In any case, I use both my Scotch HEG, and then I'm using this glue again. Also, to glue in those little itty bitty parts that are kind of iffy, but I don't want to use it across the whole thing because you might as well use your Scotch HEG when you can. All right, I'm just going to get that patted down, and there you go. There's the front. And my inside, I'm going to use these cutouts that I had from when I cut the card out from the front, and I'm going to use the Big Hugs Close to My Heart stamp set. There's some really, really great sentiments on here for a variety of occasions, not only just sympathy, because they have some that are a little less, they're not all quite sympathetic. I mean, they're not sympathetic. You know what I mean, you guys. So like one says just because, or all you need is love. So that could actually be used for some other occasions besides Sympathy. Anyway, you're going to see the stamp set in just a second, and you will see what I'm talking about. I went ahead and I used Lagoon ink, and I'm just going to stamp that on the top and glue these little butterflies down, and we are kind of going to be wrapping this thing up pretty darn quick. So very, very fast card and elegant, and I'm planning to make quite a few of these. I mean, I hope I don't need quite a few of these, but I will be making quite a few. Here you can see the sentiment. So you can see love is patient and kind. Well, you could use that on a wedding card. So, you know, it's not all sympathetic. I think there was one that just said you are the one. Well, you are the one could be a love card. So, you know, there's a little, it's not all gloom and doom. In any case. Yeah, no, we talked about that a little bit. All right, now I've slowed down the tape, as you can see, because now I'm moving a lot slower, but that way you can see these final steps. I hope you guys enjoyed today's card. Leave me a comment below. I'd love it if you subscribed, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Coming up soon is the information about the products I used. Take care. Bye-bye.